When I practice yoga during my period, I like to ease into the poses. Keep in mind that it is easier to overstretch this time of the month. So while some of these are longer holds for poses, it's really just as much of a settling and easing into it. Begin with a supported child's pose, so starting out on your knees with a bolster, folded blankets, whatever you need in front of you for additional height. And on your inhale, rise up through your crown. Exhale, extend yourself forward over your props, settling into your child's pose. I use my bolster and then a memory foam roll as well as a blanket, and the memory foam lets me settle into the pose as the foam compresses. We're gently easing into this pose. Calm, steady breaths. Letting your back body open, and just a little openness to your hips. Let your body ease into it, feeling the comfort of this pose. Slow, steady breathing. On your next inhale, rise up, settling back into a kneeling position, sitting on your heels. Take your time, moving with intention to move your props out of the way. I fold the blanket in half and lay it further up on my mat for the next pose. Bring your knees together, sitting with your hips back over your heels, your shoulders over your hips, your head over the base of your spine. Vajrasana, thunderbolt pose. If your feet are tight and cramping, you can tuck your toes under. Or if your knees are tight, you can use a folded blanket between your calves and the back of your thighs to give a little more space in the knees. This is a simple pose that helps with elimination processes of the body. Calm, steady breaths. Slow, steady breathing. Inhale, rise up through your crown. Exhale, turn your body towards the right, keeping the left hip anchored, hip points towards each other. Inhale back to center. Exhale, turn to the left. Any sort of twisting through the midsection is also good for elimination processes, as it serves to massage your internal organs. Inhale back to center. Exhale and relax. Take a folded blanket and grab your blocks to help support your legs, and sit so that the blanket comes to the very top of your hips. And then lay back with your spine coming up the blanket. Once you lay back, bring the soles of your feet together and let your knees fall out. And then using your blocks to support underneath your thighs. You're in a good supported, stretched position. steady breaths. Calm, steady breaths. When you're ready, use your hands to lift your thighs, bringing your knees back together. Move the blocks to the side and roll onto your side coming off the blanket, giving yourself a moment for your spine to stabilize and get comfortable. On your next inhale, rise up. Make yourself comfortable seated at the center of your mat. Legs straight, as wide as comfortable for you today. Straight, tall spine. Inhale, reach your arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold, reaching towards your feet. As comfortable for you, you can bring your arms in front of you. You can leave them placed back behind you to bring tension out of your neck. And again, we're gently easing into this pose. Each breath takes you a little deeper. The tissue is elongating the longer you're in the pose. Inhale, rise up. And carefully moving back to the end of your mat. I do use a folded blanket to support my hips. Left leg straight, right knee bent with the right foot to the inside of the left thigh. On your inhale, reach your arms overhead. Exhale, fold just right in between your legs, much like the last pose. Left hand comes to the left foot or down the left leg. Right hand wherever it is comfortable for you. Trying to maintain a long spine. Generally, in these forward folding postures, I would stress a straight back. But sometimes rounding the back can help to get a better stretch through those soft tissues, especially if you have back pain caused by your cycle. Slow, steady breathing. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, turn towards the left leg. Reaching forward, bringing the right hand to the left foot or as far down the leg as you can. It's a modified Janu Shirshasana, head to knee pose. And again, we'll be here for a moment. Let your body ease into it. Moving only as comfortable for you. For wherever your body is today. Inhale, rise up. Exhale and relax. Switch out the legs. Right leg straight, left knee bent. The left foot pressed to the inside of the right thigh. Inhale, raise your arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold between your two thighs. Right hand to the right foot, left hand wherever it's comfortable for you. Gradually moving forward into the pose. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, turn towards that right leg. Left hand comes to the left foot. Reaching and bending only as comfortable for you today. We don't want to overstretch. Slow, steady breathing. Inhale, rise up. Exhale and relax. And come back onto your knees for Vajrasana. And we'll do a self-massage technique called Gruntis. For Gruntis, bring your thumb into the palm of your hand, rolling your other fingers around it. Now, if you have a little extra padding like myself, take your hands and lift up that extra padding, and on your exhale, fold forward over your hands as well as over your legs. Now, the first few times this may be a little intense, but as you work with it, you can rotate your fists into your abdomen, and that'll help massage some of those cramps away. Inhale, rise up. And take just a moment to feel that difference in your abdomen. And last time, we'll come back to seated. Legs straight out in front of you. Wiggle your toes, wiggle your ankles. Make yourself nice and comfortable in a tall seated position. Inhale, raise the arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold over the legs. Keep your back as straight as possible starting out, but as it needs to round, go ahead and round. Easing into the pose. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, relax. One final pose. We'll actually end in constructive rest pose today. I know for some women it can be rather uncomfortable to stretch all the way out to Shavasana during their cycle. So as you're ready, make your way to your back. Knees bent with your feet a comfortable distance from your hips and just about as wide as your yoga mat. And when you're ready, let your knees fall in towards each other. Arms as wide as comfortable for you. You can also leave your hands resting on your stomach. Whatever makes you comfortable in this position. Some of the benefits of constructive rest pose being that it relaxes the muscles as well as the internal organs. Slow, steady breathing. Go ahead and roll to a side. Again, giving your back a chance to stabilize, making yourself comfortable. Whenever you're ready, push yourself back up to seated and carry on.